your City Beat, your source for all the latest news on the city of Thompson. Only on 102.9 CHTM, your radio station.
Hello and welcome to City Beat. I'm your host, Jaret Schnieder, and joining me today is Mayor of Thompson, Tim Johnston. Good morning, Mayor Johnston.
Good morning.
And I'll give you the first minute to run things down from the past week.
Just a couple of highlights in terms of some of the events taking place over the last week that I was able to attend. On January 16th, as a board member, I attended the Industrial Skills, Trades and Training Center meeting. I'm very pleased that this board is up and running. It's led by President Johnston at UCN, but it also includes a number of different agencies as well as industry. And the intent is to look at the development of a trades training center here in Thompson, both in terms of a short-term objective to put people through trades in terms of the immediate needs, as well as a longer-term objective of building a permanent trades facility. So very pleased to be a part of that committee, and I look forward to discussions with the province of Manitoba. We certainly understand the need for a trades facility here in Thompson, especially with a number of the large economic projects that appear to be on the future for our region. So we'll continue to work hard to see the development of that facility. On the January 20th, I attended the Rec Committee meeting. This is a monthly meeting, and again, I encourage residents at all committee meetings of council, unless stated otherwise in terms of in-camera items, are open to the public, and I encourage people to attend those committee meetings. The Rec Committee dealing with a number of items in terms of upcoming events, including Winterfest that will be held all of February, and we'll be kicking it off on February the 1st with a giant fireworks and bonfire at the Thompson Regional Community Center. On the 22nd, yesterday, I had a chance to attend the Aboriginal Accord meeting. This is where we have all the signatories to the Aboriginal Accord attend on a quarterly basis and provide an update on the status of the objective they set for the year. I can tell you that, again, I believe Thompson is a leader in terms of the relationships at a municipal level with Aboriginal organizations and promoting Thompson as a community that really we are a regional center, and I'm very pleased when I hear the reports in terms of what's taking place, and we are leading not just in our region, but quite frankly, I think right across the country in terms of some of the initiatives that are being done by our partner agencies, and so I'm always very pleased to hear the updates there. And just in terms of upcoming meetings, obviously we have a Development Review Committee meeting tomorrow. Again, 10 o'clock, City Hall, always open to the public, so if people are interested in attending. And then, of course, we had our regular meeting of council as well on the 20th. So there's a bit of an update on some of the things that I've attended. And this weekend, it looks like it's going to be another busy weekend in Thompson. We've got Family Literacy Day, events will be taking place down at the City Centre Mall, I believe, on Saturday. And as well, we've got the United Church holding a garage sale. So there's lots of things taking place. Encourage people to get out. It looks like the weather's going to be fairly nice on Saturday, so get out because it looks like it's cooling down again on Sunday.
204-677-8181. We have Mayor of Thompson, Tim Johnston, joining us today. 204-677-8181, taking your calls. Now, first of all, just like every week, we kind of start things off with the snow plows and some of the road sanding. How are some of those things coming along the past week and then into the next week?
Well, without a doubt, we've been challenged over the last few weeks, and we're finally, I think, catching up. I'm very pleased. We've got all our equipment out on the streets today, and that's going to enable us to get pretty much done. We're out in the residential area, so that means we've moved through the priority 1 and 2 areas, and that's good news. Again, I want to thank the public for their patience and their safety in and around our equipment. And just a reminder, I had a chance to get a briefing yesterday afternoon in terms of the magnitude of the snow clearing this year in terms of the amount of snow we received. The amount of sand that we've used, we're likely going to use our complete supply of sand that usually we have leftovers in a year. We're likely going to be close to probably needing more sand this year. So we have been out sanding the streets, and as I said, the equipment's on the street. Unfortunately, today, just about when it looks like we're going to be completely caught up, we get a little bit of a snow again. And what happens is that, we'll clear a road and we'll put some sand down on, or even on roads that we haven't cleared, we do sand because, and I know people say, well, why are you sanding before in the plow? But you have to get the sand on the street to make it safe. But as soon as you get a little bit of snow on top of that sand, it just disappears and it gets slick again. So again, I urge people to drive with caution, but our equipment is out on the road, heavy presence. We've gotten to some of those key areas. I appreciate the calls and the comments in terms of the public saying, have you looked at this area or this area is a challenge for us. And so we've been able to get out to some of those areas. And the next big job for us, actually, after we get the streets plowed, is we're going to move on to removing some of the snow piles. We know that those snow piles are a huge issue, especially at some of the intersections. We've been focusing on that the last couple of days, and we're going to continue to do that. So, again, urge caution in and around the community when driving.
204-677-8181. Now, at City Council on Monday, some members from the Lions Club presented on their plan for a new sort of youth park for ages 2 to 12. Maybe just explain a little bit about this and what sort of their plan is.
Well, yeah, we had a delegation speaking on the Spiritway Lions Club Park that's going to be developed, the playground that'll be developed by the Aviation Tribute. I want to thank Lions President Larry Gaelic, as well as Nectar Virgilio from the Lions Club and Keith McDonald from Spiritway, who came in and provided a presentation and an update, because they have been at council before and talking about the playground development, and it was supposed to be a phased process over a couple of years. Last year they did the planning, and so the plan's in place, and this year they're going to proceed with the complete construction. I think this is really good news again for Thompson to see a community organization come forward and do a development, and the city of Thompson, I think, wants to be a partner in that, and so we're going to work hard in terms of the planning, and then ultimately the request for financial assistance came in, and we'll consider that during our budget considerations. But again, I think that this is a part of adding to the amenities that make Thompson a more enjoyable community, and the plan is tremendous in terms of sticking with that aviation sort of theme, and it'll provide another opportunity for families to get out and enjoy recreational opportunities.
204-677-8181. Taking your calls today, 204-677-8181. Now, you mentioned at the top of the show, Family Literacy Day is on Saturday, and there are events planned around the city, most of them at the City Centre Mall. Now, what's the importance of maybe an event like this?
Well, I can tell you that the importance is to stress literacy and the power and the strength of teaching, especially youth, to read. And so this is a great opportunity for people to come out and support that in a fun environment. And as well, it's I understand CHTM is also holding a drive to receive books that could be donated that will be then passed on to individuals that want to read. So I think education is the key, and literacy is the basis for a strong education. So certainly encourage people to get out and take advantage of the event.
204-677-8181. Now, maybe the last topic we'll sort of touch on today is actually a new event that's coming to Thompson in February. It's Expo North, put on by Manitoba Heavy. Maybe I'll just let you explain it to a little bit for anyone who doesn't know, because it is a new event here coming to Thompson.
It's a new event to northern Manitoba, and we're very pleased that the Manitoba Heavy Construction Association has chosen to host the event here in Thompson. As the City of Thompson, as you recall, Monday we passed a resolution to ensure that they're in our facility. It'll be hosted at Thompson Regional Community Center. This provides an opportunity, again, from the perspective of education, but also, I think, in terms of safety. And again, from an economic point of view, we know there are a number of major projects on the horizon for northern Manitoba, whether they're driven from whatever industry. This is an opportunity to ensure that people have adequate training in order to be prepared to take advantage of those opportunities that may be arising. So again, I want to thank Manitoba Heavy Construction for bringing the event here. This is a first time. They've done it in southern Manitoba in the past. There's a variety of sessions that are being offered. Encourage people to visit their website and take in what they have to offer, and then certainly become a part of it.
And that will wrap up City Beat for this week. But before we go, I'll give you, of course, as always, the final minute to sort of preview the week ahead.
Well, again, I think that in terms of the coming week, we're starting to see the weather cooperate a little bit. So hopefully, in terms of roads and snow removal, we'll be able to continue to move forward. I think we've had a really good last couple days, and I want to acknowledge our crews who have been out on the street working hard. And again, I just urge caution and safety in and around any heavy equipment. And beyond that, I hope everyone has a very enjoyable weekend and a productive next week.
And that wraps it up for this week. Make sure to tune in every Thursday at 11:30 for more insight into your city and a chance to ask more questions. I would just like to thank Mayor Johnston for joining us, and to everyone else, enjoy your Thursday.
City Beat will be back next Thursday morning at 11:30.